The cursor on an IBM S7000 computer will flash 28,803 times in one day, give or take a flash or two. I've counted exactly 306 switches aboard ship. They all are marked, "Do not touch." More times than an IBM S7000 computer flashes within one day, I was asked as a child, "What are you going to do with your life?" To this question I would reply, "I want to be an astronaut." With this answer I would receive a pat on the head and a huge toothy grin from whomever asked. Now when that same question surfaces in conversations, my reply is not met with support, but instead horror-smeared faces stare at me blankly. I gave up my dream, accepting the majority's idea of reality. I loved and trusted my parents, and I was pretty sure that they knew what was best for me. They sure acted like they knew. There was nothing my caring parents didn't do for me. They found my summer jobs, and all through high school they suggested what classes I should take, and most recently, they have been suggesting what college I should attend. For once, I wanted to be in the driver's seat of my own life. Then came the opportunity I had prayed for. How it all came about is pretty much a blur to me now. For a year, I would be in space, a place I had only dreamed about, and would have to continue dreaming about because of a small oversight on my part. In my haste to leave, I failed to notice that the ship had no windows.
Attention, supper time. Attention, supper time. Incoming transmission.
This is Dr. Angelo, kid. How you doing? Nothing new to tell you, kid. Your parents give their best, and they're sorry they couldn't make it again. Oh, we had some trouble with the K7 oscillator, but we did manage to correct that problem down here. Your mom asked me to tell you that she needs to know what college you're planning to attend when you come back. She wants to get that paperwork out of the way for you. Look, kid, I know it's hard. When I was your age, it took me the longest time to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Hell, a couple of friends and I ran off to Europe to figure things out, to find ourselves. And if getting as far away from home is what it takes to find yourself, well, then you of all people should have no problem. I guess you thought of that. Well, kid, gotta go. Next possible transmission will be on August 30th.
Outgoing transmissions are now possible. Maximum time, 2 minutes.
I got a great idea. Why don't you get my parents together, and when you transmit, they can sing happy birthday or something. I miss that kind of stuff. Please, can you do that for me? If you have any more problems down there with the K7 oscillator, don't hesitate to ask for my help. Okay? About college, well,
Incoming transmission from Earth.
This is Dr. Angela. Kid, how you doing? Your parents give their best. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was some high radiation put out by the sun. Or, well, whatever it was. Scrambled your transmission. Can you please repeat?
That night is when the dreams first began. I would come upon the fence, but would be unable to summon up enough strength to cross over to the other side. At first I was content to simply sit in front of the fence and dream within my dream of the beauty which I knew lay beyond. I would dream of towering green pines twisting and slithering to the jade blue sky, and of soft moss, moist with morning dew, and also of a lake so pure I'm able to look down into its depths to see schools of swimming fish. On these waters I would float out lazily on a raft of my own making, something I've wanted to do since childhood.
Incoming transmission.
This is Dr. Angela. Kid, how you doing? Your parents give their best. We had trouble with the K7 oscillator again. And, well, we'll be working on that problem down here.
Then one night I wandered far from the fence, further than ever before, and I came upon the ruins of what seemed to be a city or a temple. Amid the molding debris I found a yellowed book, filled with the thoughts of dream sages who once dwelt within this land, and who were too wise ever to be born in the waking world. Written within were many things concerning the world of dream, and among them was a lore of a golden valley encircled by a tall iron fence. When I saw this lore, I knew it touched on the scenes I had haunted, and I therefore read long in the yellowed papyrus. Some of the dream sages wrote gorgeously of the wonders beyond the iron fence, but others told of the horror and disappointment. I knew not which to believe, yet longed more and more to cross into the simplicity of the unknown valley. So when I read of the drug which would give my mind the added mental power needed to cross over the barrier into the Golden Valley, I resolved to memorize the formula, thus taking it back into the waking world. Life is but a dream.